Build the future.
பயணம் செய்யற போது நல்ல சந்தோஷமா இருந்ததா? என்ன அனுபவமா இருந்ததாங்க உங்களுக்கு? எப்படி இருந்துச்சு?
நல்லா இருந்துச்சு.
என்னத்தை படிச்சு கற்றுக்கொண்டீங்க?
அந்த வயல் தன்னில்
Tunuka is one of the model zones technically supported by the monitoring unit of the Presidential Secretariat on child-friendly school initiatives in Sri Lanka.
We are implementing the CFS concept in our zone with the President Secretariat guidance. In 39 schools, I have identified to implement the CFS concept with our zonal staff. I have given all full awareness to our staff regarding the CFS 6 dimension. Within 2 visits, they have implemented CFS in the classroom level. They have carried out different activities, field trips, tour, and aesthetic activities, playway methods, some more activities with the help of teachers and principals. And it changed the environment in primary division in all my schools.
My daughter is very happily coming to school now. They engage in many activities in the school. Children visited Vaunia by train. It was a great opportunity for them to learn through experience.
With the important objective of creating an effective system of education, the country is divided into 97 educational zones. The new concept of setting up model zones was another step in this regard, allowing everybody to learn from each other. Zonal directors in model zones are requested to lead the process after setting up a vision for the zone and then to take necessary practical steps to reach there. Model zones will have to set the standard for other zones of the country.
There was a time that there was no teacher to teach mathematics. As a precaution, I have introduced a card with mathematical tables for every child to go through during free times. This helped them to learn mathematical tables, so that all the children were ready to learn mathematics when the teacher is available.
There were only 5 children 3 years ago. Now we have 90 students. I am very happy about the current situation. We received 500,000 rupees from the government to develop the school, but we completed work worth of 1 million with the support of parents.
This school was about to close some time ago. After the arrival of the present principal, the school shows a positive development. We trust the contribution of the principal and community are ready to support.
The idea of model zones was initially conceived by the Secretary to the President, Mr. Nalit Veeratunga. Provincial directors of education proposed 26 model zones, 1 per district. Due to the heavy workload, the zonal directors generally pay little attention to the implementation of the concept of child-friendly schools in their zone. This has been reduced to the responsibility of the specialist of the subject of primary education in the zone. Barring few exceptions, most assistant directors of primary education were not able to localize the concept. The commonly used strategy was the traditional way of raising awareness among the ISAs, principals and teachers. Now the zonal directors of model zones are implementing child-friendly school as one of their own initiatives. Many of them are trying to establish wider partnerships and effective resource mobilization. Primary education has become the direct responsibility and an area of interest for the zonal director.
Education industry, zonal office must be a corporate entity. So the one who sits in the top of the zonal office, that is zonal director, must drive results, drive business. Rather derive instruction from the top one implementer. So that's how I firmly believe it. Primary schools or the primary cycle in the whole education system, I believe, is a strategic business unit. That is a strategic point where we have to work harder and into school system. Attracting customer is the first priority. Then the customer must stay with you. If I convert this idea into school system, you must attract children to school. That is child friendly after all. Then when they come to school, make sure that it's full. The third one is when they leave school, they must live with some good memories that linger in their mind all over the way of their life. So these are the business principles that I am applying in my education zone. Thanks.
Zonal directors of model zones meet in Colombo once in every 2 months to share the new ideas and to show what changes they have observed in schools and in the process. They receive due recognition and appreciation for all good work they do. The enthusiasm among zonal directors is truly exceptional. They are ready to share, learn and change. If you analyze some of the underlying causes for poor quality of learning outcomes and low participation in education, the solution may not come from the education, but from some other sectors. In most cases, children have become vulnerable due to an issue totally out of school's responsibility. Secretary to the President made an appeal to all the Chief Secretaries and the Secretaries of all the relevant ministries to take up the responsibility of transforming all primary schools into child-friendly schools. He requested the education sector to collaborate closely with other ministries whenever necessary. For the first time, a high-level meeting to bring multi-sectors together to support the child-friendly school initiative was held on May 2013 in Galle. It was the beginning of the successful networking and coordination to find solutions to the problems encountered by children at all levels. Active participation of all top-level government officials was commendable. A draft plan and the roadmap to support multi-sector approach were developed at this workshop and detailed sector plans are in the process of development.
After the awareness on child-friendly school program by the Presidential Secretariat, we realized how useful is the support of multi-sectors in developing this program. Our zone is situated in an area where there are many private companies functioning under BOI approved business. We called the top-level managers and explained the government's target of making all primary schools into child-friendly. All of them are very happy to contribute to the child-friendly school in a sustainable and systematic way. Now, the private sector is proud to be a part of this initiative.
The concept of multi-sector involvement has now extended to provincial and zonal education systems. Some of the zonal directors have become extremely creative in trying out the multi-sector approach on their own. Services of this unit are being extended even down to the school level. 5,000 primary school principals are provided with a monitoring diary to do internal monitoring effectively. Principals are able to identify issues every day by using this diary.
I have been using this diary every day. It is very useful to organize my daily, weekly and monthly programs. Notes I am keeping will be helpful for me to sensitize parents, students and teachers in school self-assessment. I am confident in preparation of my next year's school development plan.
Criteria given in the diary are very helpful in my internal monitoring. I do not miss anything. I get new ideas under certain areas. I have linked my routine monitoring process with the criteria given in the diary.
Time is saved when the institutional responsibilities are already identified. Principals are motivated to evaluate, analyze and learn while work is in progress in real time and not at the end. The good news is that effective low-cost and innovative interventions have been reported by many child-friendly schools once they get into the habit of reporting. The zonal office will receive a summary of school entries from all child-friendly schools by the end of every month, which is extremely useful in managing and monitoring their progress. Launching a child-friendly school website is another accomplishment of the unit. The website will contain information on the national framework of child-friendly schools. It will be a major reference point indexing the innovative activities with links to other relevant websites. Building a system on rapid SMS technology is another innovation introduced by this unit. This will allow collecting data from schools through a scheduled poll system to categorize data providers. Data users can be benefited by receiving data quickly. SMS Gate is open for 9 provincial, 97 zonal and 300 divisional directors and also for 5,000 primary school principals. Responses will be collected automatically in the main database. Updated school data is critical in proper planning and decision making. Developing an online data management system will introduce a new culture of education management. The time indeed has come for it. In Sri Lanka, the telecommunication and IT infrastructure, island-wide connectivity, service providers, the number and types of services provided have increased in the last decade. However, the focus of those seems to be an affluent urban population. It is important that IT focus on improving quality of learning of all children in all classes and reach out to the underprivileged children, primarily from the rural Sri Lanka. In the light of the above, our unit has undertaken a study on existing IT-based digital resources to improve quality and equity in education. It will be a mapping exercise to identify gaps followed by recommendations for a positive IT-based education intervention to enhance equitable access to quality education with specific emphasis on rural primary schools. These are all innovations added to the system to make child-friendly school a reality. All the achievements noted are the results of a collaboration process involving National Education Commission, Ministry of Education, provincial ministries and departments of education, and the National Institute of Education. The idea of this documentary film was born in a conversations with the Additional Secretary to the President, Mr. Anura Dissanayake, and we would like to extend our gratitude to him. We are thankful to all children, teachers, principals and zonal directors who have helped in making this a success.